Today is our second round FA Cup game against Burton Albion, and we are without Daniel Oyatunde. Well, I mean, he's passed a fitness test, but he has been injured and he hasn't got the sharpness. So, yeah, we're without him. Borgness has been sent home with a cold, so he doesn't bring down the whole club. So, yeah, they're two big players that we are without. But our form's been pretty good. So, even if it all falls apart today in the FA Cup, I'm still pretty happy with how things are going.
Hello, make sure you like and subscribe.
I thought I'd introduce my little mascot. It's my own personal little mascot. Not the club mascot, my own little personal mascot. But Buxley. Come on then, get down. Anyway, alright, let's have a look at what's been going on since the last episode. So, where were we in the last episode? What did we do? Oh yeah, we beat Blythe, the Fiefs, the player Fiefs. And then we had our very average 1-0 win over York as well. Okay, so what's been happening since then? Well, we had our 1-1 draw against Northampton. Was a bit of a tight game, but things have been looking a lot more positive since then. And that new kind of weird formation has kind of been playing dividends. So in the very next game after that draw to Northampton, I did actually switch up because I had to play a very much rotated squad. So I put in a 5-2-3 formation, which worked wonders for us because we came out 4-2 winners with that game. And then we switched back to our sort of staggered 4-1, I don't know what it is, 4-1-2-1 kind of offset kind of formation. Yeah, 4-1-2-1-2. All right, yeah. But it seems to have been working, and we've started to get partnerships linking up as well, and they just seem to be performing quite well at the moment. And we had a 3-1 victory against Chesterfield, a 4-1 victory against Exeter, and a 4-1 victory against Port Vale. All of those games were meant to be difficult games. We weren't favourites for any of them, yet we've come away quite comfortable winners. So yeah, things are looking pretty good there. What else has happened? Yeah, so that 4-2 win against Bristol Rovers in the Papa John's Trophy Cup was enough to send us through to the next round. So after a FA Cup game against Burton Albion, we actually have a next round knockout game against McDonald's. So yeah, so it's going to be a double cup game to episode today. Right, anything else been happening? Not really, except for a couple of injuries and sick note. Borgness gone home. The team have been playing well, and we've started to see partnerships linking up. So I'll get the team ready for the game, and I will show you some of that. All right, so Oyatunde won't be available for today. He's just not going to be have enough condition come back from injury. But I just thought I'd pop them in to show you this kind of attacking partnerships that was forming up front between Oyatunde, Iro, and Gallagher as well, which is quite nice. And yeah, we want those sort of things. If we can form some sort of connection between our midfielders as well, that would be great. But yeah, nothing has quite formed there yet, but they are all performing well. So obviously, Oyatunde's not going to be in the game today, so we're going to have Zach Henry in instead. And yeah, just want to take Gregory out. Gregory don't get a place in my team at all anymore. Doesn't deserve one. Right, we've got Harry Lee, left back. I think if we got midfielder, Hagen. All right, I think so. Borgness is unavailable as well, annoyingly. So pretty limited after a certain amount of players. Yeah, and Preston Fearon's out, not fit either. So that's really annoying as well. I'm tempted to put him in the squad just to bring him on late in the game, maybe. Actually, let's see. what we're seeing. Yeah, okay, we'll leave him out. We'll leave him out, and I think I'll bring it in Takawira then. Give him a chance up front if we get the opportunity to do so. All right, so that's the team we're going for today. Should be able to put, you know, a decent effort in. But again, the luck of the draw has put us in against League One opposition. So our chances are quite slim. What can we hope for? Well, I made sure I played a sort of second string players in our last game so that most of the first team players were fit for this game. That didn't quite work out 100%. We're still missing 2 key players. But what can we hope for? That Burton put out a bit of a second string team themselves, that they've had a long injury list and, you know, maybe fixture congestion as well, so their players are worn out. That, you know, we can hope for those sort of things and just hope for a good performance from our players today as well. All right, and ignore the praise and praise. Oh yeah, because we've been playing that well, and the results we've been getting. We're in 4th, I think it is, which is just absolutely crazy to think that we got promoted. I barely made any signings, to be honest. It was mostly, you know, once we'd switched over to full-time contracts and just made sure we had enough players playing full-time or training full-time and whatnot, that, you know, that was our wage budget gone pretty much. And to think just from that, basically, we are up in 4th. I'm still not getting any sort of lofty expectations that we're going to finish higher than I was talking about in the last episode, sort of somewhere between 12th and 8th maybe. But the better we can do early on, and that is Burton Albion with the lead there in the 23rd minute. Well, you know, we can only do what we can do. Their stadium, you know, it doesn't look much bigger than ours. I wonder what their capacity is, because it looks very sort of similar to ours. And they're playing up in the league above. I expect they get a better attendance, but you know what? Our attendance is actually more. I mean, it is only an FACup second round game against, you know, lower tier opposition, so I can understand why some people might not want to turn up. But our attendance has been sort of, you know, 3.5, pushing up towards that kind of higher 3s, towards 4,000s, which is quite nice. Looking forward to seeing a packed out stadium soon and earn ourselves the right for a bit of a stadium rebuild or expansion. It does have expansion possibility, which would probably be the first stop along our way up the tables, up the leagues. So let's see if we can figure out anything to do here in our tactics, because we've not really been able to make much happen. Yeah, maybe we can just switch pretty much all over to attack or defend. We're already losing. We weren't making anything, so we'll do what we can do here. Or we could go 5-2-3, which worked for us against Bristol Rovers. But this is definitely going to be different kind of opposition for us. So it'd be Henry up top. Iro would probably want to go on this side, right? And Pinnock could probably go where Gallagher is. Gallagher. I don't even know if I've got room for Gallagher, really. You know, I'm not sure I'm going to go for that. I think I'm going to stick with this. And right, Pinnock can go up. He could be pressing forwards. Zach, Henry and Iro can be advanced forwards together. Right, Niall Timpson. Timpson for Sydney there. Yeah, all right. That'll work. I'll probably get in trouble for playing Gallagher out of position for, you know, a few minutes, but we'll see how this goes. Right. I want a better performance. Show me something different. Yeah, just to get a highlight might be nice. At least it'll be something. We managed to regain possession in our own half. Can we put something together here where we can actually cause a threat to Burton? And we put a ball over the top, finds Henry, and Henry finds the bottom corner past the Burton keeper, and it is 1-1, and it is game on. Maybe the dream is still alive for an FA Cup run. I was kind of keeping my hopes and expectations low, but that's just made them come up again. And now I'm dreaming of like a third round game against, I don't know, some decent Premier League opposition. Yeah, that'll be all she wrote for us, but we'll get a good payday at the end of the day. But we are under the cosh again, and that is 2-1 to Burton. Didn't last very long, our lead. A minute? So that's a bit of a shame, isn't it? But we did it once, maybe we can do it again. Gonna give them a bit of a shouting from the touchline. Fire them up. Tell them that they want to play for this shirt, then they need to put a performance in. And we will look to do some substitutions as soon as we can. But they're definitely showing why they are in the league above at the moment, where we've been outplaying teams in our league. They are a league above. All right. Imre has been really disappointing for this season. He keeps on putting in pretty below par performances, getting low 6s, 6.3, 4s, 5s, and he's meant to be our best right back. So really disappointed by that. I'm going to bring, who do we want to bring on? I'm going to give Timmy Davies the first go. Timmy Davies, and you can be that pressing forwards, I think. No, okay. Zach can be that pressing forwards. I think I probably had Pinnock in the wrong position there then. Right, what else can we do? Riley Hagen, maybe on for Gallagher. All right, let's a couple of changes and see whether that can change anything on the pitch for us. And not looking like anything so far. We are getting some more shots on, and nothing worthy of a highlight. But now we've got a Burton Albion highlight. And will this be all she wrote for our FA Cup run? And yes, it is. Definitely should have been doing more against that. I mean, it didn't even look like the fiercest of shots, and it was from miles out. No one closed him down. Keeper should have probably done better as well. I mean, look at this. Close him down. Beating at near post, Roberts. I mean, I'm not gonna hate on him too much because he's been doing so well for us this season. Growth and whatnot. All right, I'm just going to do all the changes now. See, there's not really going to be anything, no magic that's going to happen for us, unfortunately. All right, I'm just going to bring Madupe on for Morgan. See out the rest of the game. We have another cup game in the next match, so we will see what happens. Is this going to be more pain and embarrassment for us? No, come on, defend that ball. Oh, what is that? Please don't say that's a penalty. I think it is. Oh. All right. Well, 4-1. I would have hoped for better. But what can you do? You can only put out your best team, the best formation you think you can play at the moment. The formation we've been playing has been getting really good results in the league. So, I'd imagine that it would not work. Not necessarily guarantee us a win, but at least give us a good performance. In all reality, they're not a million miles above us. If you go in league positions, we're 4th in League 2. They're mid-table in League 1. So, they might be 15 places above us or something like that. But I'm sure everything else is very different. Facilities, individual player quality, money, wages. Come on, G. Yes. All right, happy for G. You know I've got love for G. I've still got big hopes and dreams for G. I want him to get a full cap. I think he's probably played over 10 times for South Korea under 20s now. So I want him to get a full cap. I want him to get that work permit, and then I want to sell him for loads of money. And even though he probably won't make it that far, but hey, I want to get a hype train going on for him, and then, you know, everyone's going to be like, who's this new international South Korea player? And we want a bit of him, and then they come in with like a £5 million offer. Yeah, I know. I'm dreaming. But you never know. Something might happen. I at least want him to get that work permit. I saw something in him in that pre-season, and I'm still hopeful. But yeah, it's nice to see him get a goal for us, even if we don't go through. Go on, G. Oh, and now Henry. Oh, God. We could have brought that back a bit closer. Could have made it a bit of a sweaty, nervous finish for Burton Albion if we got that third goal in. And we still have a chance here. Oh, Robinson with the header across the goal, but he can't quite get it on target. That is a shame. A good effort towards the end of the game then. Can't hate on the boys. 4-2 in the end. Not a bad result. You can't really ask for much more than just a good effort. And yeah, we did go 4-1 down, but you know, they went one up, we brought it back, and then they kind of got on top of us. But then we still had a bit of fight in the end. They fought all the way to the end, nearly made it 4-3, which would have been a really good score. But 4-2, still, it's a worthy effort. And here you can see our league position as well now, sitting in fourth with a goal difference of 17. So things have been improving. They've just been clicking a little bit more in the league as well. I wouldn't be totally unhappy if all we had left to concentrate on was the league. I'd probably, in that circumstance, probably jump a bit further through the season between episodes and get towards the end of the season to see, you know, if we've got nothing to play for, we're not likely to be pushing for the, you know, title winners or playoff places. I still don't think. I think it's like a false dawn kind of thing. And the wheels will probably fall off at some point, and we'll drop down the league a little bit. We can just concentrate on the league. You know, we're sitting in fourth, incredibly. I don't really know how we are, but I sure as hell know we've probably not played quite a few of the top teams. We haven't played Wickham. We've not played Salford. I don't think we played Tranmere. We might have. I think we might have played Crawley as well. But there's some of these teams that we haven't played, and that is going to be where the story is really told, and we're probably going to drop out of the playoff places at that point. But like I said before, 12th to 8th, I'd be really proud of that come the end of the season, and the closer we can get to those sort of playoff places, the better, because we've got a pretty strong team, and just with a couple of additions next year, hopefully with a bit more finance firepower as well, then we can do really well. But as for the cup runs, that is it for the season. Where we're going to come back in for next episode. So yeah, with nothing else to really play for, I might just do sort of 2 more episodes to run us through to the end of the season. So I might come back for somewhere like Forest Green and Bradford City, though I'm pretty sure I did Bradford City in a previous episode. Bradford City. Yeah, I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, somewhere around there. And then we jump through towards the end of the season. If anything major changes, like, I don't know, by some sort of miracle, we're pushing for a to win the league, which, you know, it's just not going to happen. Yeah, I might come back sooner, or I'll work it out as we go. But yeah, I think we'll just close the season off with a couple more episodes, somewhere in between here, halfway to the end, and then to the end of the season. Yeah, and then we can push on for next season, and then our expectations can be set a little bit higher, and we can think about putting on a push definitely for the playoff places, and potentially even for a league win if we can put together a good enough team. But we will have to see. If you like today's content, please leave us a like, and if you've got anything to say, put it in the comments down below. And if you're watching and you're not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate everyone that does, helping me grow the channel, and really appreciate you being along for the journey as well. But as for now, I will see you. Hope you have a brilliant rest of your day, and I will see you again in the next one. See ya.
Goodbye, everyone.